What's up, guys? Today we're going to do All You Are Is History from State Champs. This one's just good, solid, fundamental practice for power chords, octaves, palm muting. There's a cool syncopated strum rhythm in here. And that first riff is probably going to be a little bit easier than it sounds. So let's zoom in and check it out. Okay, before we get going, make sure to hit subscribe and don't forget to check out my social media links in the description. Now, I'm just tuned in standard tuning. But if you want to play along to the recording, we're going to have to tune all of our strings flat. So tune your E to E flat, your A to A flat, and so on. The song starts off with a pretty cool riff that sounds like this. 3, 4. To play this riff, we just need to play an octave shape on the 5th string and slide it around at different places. So I have nothing on the 6th string, and let's do it on the 7th fret first. So nothing on the 6th string, and then we have 7, nothing, 9. And for most of this riff, we're going to strum down, down, up. So down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. I play it one time on the 6th fret, and I slide up to the 7th fret and go down up there. And then I do the same thing again, but I'm going to do it on the 7th fret and slide it back down to the 6th and go down up again. So far. Do it again, but I go from the 6th to the 4th and then from the 4th to the 2nd fret. So far it was. And then just for this next little part, I'm going to go down, up, down, down, up, up. And that started off with just 2 hits on dead strings. So just let your fingers lightly touch the strings. You don't have to hold anything. And we go down, up, and then down on an octave shape on the 14th fret. Then down on dead strings again. And then an upstroke on the chord. And another upstroke on dead strings as we move down to the next part of the riff. So that part will sound like this. And then I go back to the first rhythm and I go 7 to 9, 9 to 11. Then the whole riff starts back over again. But this time I'm going to go 7 to 9 and then 9 to 7. Now, if you're the only guitar, that would probably be the part that you would want to play, but there is a rhythm guitar too, so that sounded like this. 3, 4. Now, one thing I want to mention, because of the speed of this song, we could probably count everything as 16th notes, but I'm just slowing everything down and counting it as 8th notes. Now, right after that, the verse starts, and we need to play a power chord on the 7th fret of the 5th string. So nothing, 7, 9, 9. And we palm mute just the 6th string open 2 times first, so I hit, and then I play the chord. And we let it ring out. And then we do the same thing again. So 2 hits on the 6th string, and then we play the chord again. But this time we're going to just slide off it and kind of kill the chord that way. Now right after that, the rhythm guitar is going to come in and it's going to follow the bass line, and that'll sound like this. 3, 4. We had an open power chord on the 6th string, and I palm muted it and hit it twice. And then I did the same thing, but I played the chord starting off the 5th string, and then I played a power chord on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. And then we move up to the 4th fret on the 5th string, and then the 2nd fret on the 6th string, and then the open on the 5th string. So far we have and then we start out over again, so open on the 6th, and then move up to the 4th fret again. But now we go to the 2nd fret on the 6th string, and I strum down, up, down, up. Then I move to the 4th fret on the same string, and I go down, up, down, up. Now during that part, there's a pretty cool little melody that plays over the part. And if you want to give that one a shot, here's what it sounds like. 3, 4. The song, if you want, come back and work that part out with the tab. I play the first few notes with my first finger, so most of it's just picking up and putting back down our pinky. 3, 4. Now for almost the whole thing, we're going to strum down, 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 up, down. Except for just those couple of times we have those dead strums. And it starts off on one of those, so we have 2 dead strums. And I come in with a power chord on the 5th fret of the 6th string. Then I go down to the open power chord on the 6th string. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4th fret on the 6th string. 2nd fret, same string. And then I go back to the 5th fret, still on the same string. Open on the same string. But now I go to the 4th fret on the 5th string, on string 5. Then I slide down, same string, but on the 2nd fret. 2 more dead strums. And back to the 5th fret on the 6th string. Open, same string. 2nd fret, but on the 5th string. And then 4. And then I go back up to the 5th fret on the 6th string, and I stay on the chord twice as long, so down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. And then the same thing on the 7th fret. And then right after the chorus, we go back to that intro riff that we started the song on. Now in the first half of that riff, there's a tiny little variation, and I'm not going to walk you through it because it's almost the exact same thing, but I will show it real quick. 3, 4. And then the second half is the same as it was in the beginning. And then we go back into a verse, and this verse is a good bit different than the first. On this one, I'm going to play the open power chord on the 6th string. We're going to let it ring out for 2 measures, or I'm going to count to 4 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I put my first finger on the 4th fret on the 6th string, and I'm going to put my pinky on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and I play that chord for the count of 4 twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we do a power chord on the 5th fret of the 6th string. And then we hit that one again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to go back to that first chord, and we're going to use a different rhythm. I'm going to play with all downstrokes, and I'm going to use palm muting. So I'm going to set my palm down on the strings. 1 and 2, and 2, 3, and 4. And right on the second half of that, when I said 2 and when I said 4, I released the palm muting. And we use that rhythm on all the chords. So on the open power chord on the 6th string, we go. Then on the 4th fret, just a regular power chord. Slide it up 1 more fret to the 5th fret. And then I go down to the 2nd fret, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, move it up to the 4th fret, 2 and 3 and 4 and. And then we're back into another chorus, and this chorus is exactly the same as the first chorus, but right at the very last second when we were on that chord, on the 7th fret, we're going to slide it up one more fret to the 8th fret, and we hit it 3 times. Up, down, up. And then we have that last riff, the riff that sounds like this. 3, 4. And for most of that riff, you just start off on the chord and you go down, up, 4 dead strums. Then we do that again, down, up, and then we hit the chord 1 extra time, drop it down, come back up. So far we had then I get another upstroke on the same chord, and then we do the same kind of rhythm coming back up. And then right after that part, we go back to that chord that we hit on the very first verse. That was on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and we hit 2 open 6 strings first with the palm muting. Play the chord, let it ring out, do that again, with the slide off, and then I go to the 2nd fret on the 6th string, and I go down, up, move it up 2 frets on the 4th fret, down, up. We go back in, we do another chorus. This chorus is about the same thing as the other choruses too, but those last 2 chords repeat again. So starting from the last 2 chords, we had I just do that again. And then to end the song, we're just going to have that intro riff one more time with one more little variation. 3, 4. Alright, good job. Now at the beginning of this video, I talked about a riff sounding or being a little bit easier than it sounds. And that's something that happens to me all the time. I'll sit down and play a riff and I'll think it's going to be, real challenging, and it ends up not being that bad. Did that ever happen to any of you guys? I think sometimes the trick is just to take a little chunk of it and try to get comfortable with that before moving on. I hope this video helps you out. If you're new here we try to improve by learning lots of new songs, but I also want you to know that I think the right song at the right time can really help somebody out. So if you can, you should let them hear it. Thanks for liking and sharing this video. Check out some of my social media links, and I'll see you guys next time.